Welcome to Prophets of Babel with your host, Janine. Today we are finishing the Fourth Sefer of Moses, teachings of Moses and Zipporah. So I hope you enjoy it. Chapter 12, Love Thy Neighbor. Thou shalt not curse out of the bitterness of thine own heart, nor shalt thou curse any but they who are under condemnation of my covenant, and being oft rebuked will not repent. Thou shalt not curse thy neighbor, nor the stranger that dwelleth with thee, for the hand of the judge is over them. And when they are rebuked, they might repent and turn to righteousness. Thou shalt not curse any who are placed in authority, or have been given jurisdiction over thee. And if they oppress thee, or cause thee to suffer in unrighteousness, and thy cry ascend to Ha Elohim in the heavens, then the heavens shall hear thee, and I will be thy avenger. Therefore curse not, lest thy curse return to rest upon thee. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger nor oppress him, for thou wast a stranger in the land of Egypt. And I say again, thou shalt not oppress a stranger, for thou knowest the heart of the stranger, seeing thou wast a stranger in the land of Egypt. And if a stranger sojourn with thee in the land, thou shalt not vex him. But the stranger that dwelleth with thee shall be unto thee as one born among you, and thou shalt love them as thyself. For thou wast a stranger in the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. And thou shalt not afflict any widow or fatherless child. And if thou afflict them in any wise, and they cry at all unto me, I will surely hear their cry. And my wrath shall wax hot, and I will send armies to kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. And if thou lend money to any of my people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be to him as a banker, neither shalt thou lay upon them any interest. If thou at all take the remnant of thy neighbor to pledge, thou shalt deliver it unto them by the time that the sun goeth down. For that is their only covering. It is their raiment for their skin. Wherein shall he sleep? And it shall come to pass when he crieth unto me that I will hear him. For I am gracious. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. And thou shalt not lie carnally with the wife of thy neighbor, to defile thyself with her. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. The first of the fruits of the land shalt thou bring into my house. And when thou reap the harvest of the land, thou shalt not wholly reap the corners of thy field, neither shalt thou gather the gleanings of thy harvest. And thou shalt not glean thy vineyard, neither shalt thou gather every grape of thy vineyard. Thou shalt leave them for the poor and stranger. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. Thou shalt not wrest the judgment of thy poor in his cause, but shall feel and clothe the poor among thee, that my people be free, and their wants and needs be met. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt teach thy family that sin not suffer upon thy children. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. Chapter 13. Love thy mothers and fathers. Thou shalt be holy, for I, Yahweh, thy Elohim, am holy. Thou shalt fear every one, thy mother and their father, and keepeth my Sabbaths. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. For every one that curseth their father or their mother, surely their blood shall be upon them. Thou shalt rise up before the gray-haired, and honor the face of the old man, and fear thy Elohim. I am Yahweh. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein thou dwelt, thou shalt not do. And after the doings of the land of promise, whither I bring you, thou shalt not do. Neither shalt thou walk in their ordinances. Thou shalt do my judgments and keep my ordinances to walk therein. I am Yahweh. Therefore thou shalt keep my statutes and my customs, which if anyone should do, they shall live in them. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. Thou shalt not approach to any that is near of kin to thee to uncover their nakedness. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. The nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of the wife of thy father shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness. The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father or daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover. The nakedness of the son or daughter of thy son, or the son or daughter of thy daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for theirs is thine own nakedness. The nakedness of the daughters of thy father's wife, begotten of thy father, she is thy sister, and thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of the sister of thy father. She is the near kinsman of thy father. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of the sister of thy mother, for she is thy mother's near kinsman. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of the brother of thy father. Thou shalt not approach to his wife. She is thine aunt. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter in law. She is the wife of thy son. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of the wife of thy brother. It is the nakedness of thy brother. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter, neither shalt thou take her, the daughter of her son, or the daughter of her daughter, to uncover her nakedness, for they are her near kinsmen women. It is wickedness. Neither shalt thou take a wife to her sister to vex her, to uncover her nakedness besides the other in her lifetime. Thou shalt not prostitute thy daughter to take her to be a harlot, lest the land fall to fornication and the land become full of wickedness. Thou shalt therefore keep my statutes and my commandments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you. So he's pretty much saying, don't have sex with anyone related to you. And I'm sure this was important to say because Abraham's wife was his sister, half sister. So this was probably something that needed to be said now in their time, to not have any sexual relations with a relative. For whoso shall commit any of these abominations, even the souls that commit them shall be cut off from among this people. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. Whensoever I, Yahweh thy Elohim, shall manifest myself unto thee in majesty and might, or walketh with thee, and revealeth unto thee wisdom and knowledge, thou shalt erect unto my pillars tablets and enduring monuments, and make inscriptions upon them. That's interesting, to make monuments and write what they learned from the Lord on them, because in the Chronicles of the Children of Aronek, that's what they did. They created monoliths as they journeyed and put inscriptions on them. And thou shalt write and inscribe thereon my dealings with thee, and my blessings and mercies, and my power and glory, which I hath revealed unto thee, that it may remain a witness to the generations to come, and that they may know that thy Elohim is Yahweh, and there is none else before me. Thou shalt preserve the memory of my chosen, who hath been faithful in my works, and in all whereunto I, Yahweh, thy hath asked of them as a memory for thy children and the children of thy children. Wherefore thou shalt do this, that they shall keep mine ordinance, that thou commit not any one of these abominable customs which were committed before thee, and that thou defile not yourself therein. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. Notes on the bottom: selling one's daughter for sex rather than caring for her, teaching her the ways of foreign nations or of foreign deities, or giving her to have sex with demons or foreign deities. Hebrew Zanamit, prostitute. Zimah, feminine noun, meaning immorality or wickedness. Wisdom and knowledge can represent God, the mother and father. A man having sex or sexual relationships with a married woman, also used to describe the worship of idols, as God views our relationship covenant with him as a marriage covenant. All right. Chapter 14, love thy heart. Thou shalt not commit adultery with the wife of another man, even if he that committeth adultery with the wife of their neighbor, the adulterer and the adulteress, if it be that she was willing, shall surely be stoned. There's a... And the man that lieth with the wife of his father, hath uncovered the nakedness of his father. He shall surely be put to death. By his own blood shall be upon him. And if a man lie with his daughter-in-law, and it so be that she was willing, both of them shall surely be put to death. They have wrought confusion, their blood shall be upon them. But if these should seek restitution and walk in teshuvah, they may be cast out from among the congregation for a time to prove themselves, and then they return and be one in Israel again. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. And if a man shall take his sister, his father's daughter, or his mother's daughter, and see her nakedness, and she see his nakedness, it is a wicked thing, and they shall be cut off in the sight of the people. He hath uncovered his sister's nakedness, he shall bear his iniquity. For thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, nor thy father's sister, for they uncovered their near kin. They shall bear their iniquity. And if a man shall lie with the wife of his uncle, and she be willing, then he hath uncovered the nakedness of his uncle. They shall bear their sin, and shall die childless. And if a man shall take the wife of his brother, and she be willing, it is an unclean thing. He hath uncovered the nakedness of his brother. They shall be childless. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. And if a man take a wife and her mother, it is wickedness. They shall be removed from the congregation, both he and they, that there be no wickedness among you. But if a man also lie with a young boy, as a man would lieth with a woman, he hath committed an abomination, and that man shall surely be put to death. His own blood shall be upon him. Thou shalt not lie with the dead, or defile them. It is an abomination. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. Thou shalt therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments, and do them, that the land whither I bring thee to dwell therein spew you not out. And thou shalt not walk in the manners of the nations which I cast out before thee, for they committed all these things, and therefore I abhorred them. Therefore thou shalt cast out from the congregation all they that would pervert Israel, that thou be holy, even as I am holy. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim, which brought you out of the land of Egypt, and thou shalt not pollute the land that I shall give unto thee. Chapter 15, love the creation. Thou shalt not seethe a child. Thou shalt not seeth a child in the milk of his mother. It is unnatural and an abomination before me. There's a note for the word seethe. Seethe means boiling in liquid. Okay, so don't cook a kid in the milk of its mother. Thou shalt eat no manner of fat, none of ox or of sheep or of goats. Interesting. And the fat of the beast that dieth of itself, and the fat of that which is torn from with beasts, may be used in other ways, but thou shalt in no wise eat of it. Moreover, thou shalt eat no manner of blood, whether it be the fowl or of beast, in any of thy dwellings. Neither shalt thou eat a beast while it still lives. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. It shall be a perpetual statute for thy generations throughout all thy dwellings. that thou eat neither fat nor blood. For I am Yahweh thy Elohim. Thou shalt therefore sanctify thyself, and thou shalt be holy, for I am holy. And if a man lie with a beast, he shall surely be cast out, and thou shalt slay the beast. The blood of the beast shall be upon him. And if a woman approach unto any beast and lie down thereto, thou shalt kill the beast. The blood of the beast shall be upon her. Neither shalt thou defile thyself with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Thou shalt not lie with any beast to defile thyself therein, neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. Defile thyself not in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. And the land is defiled. Therefore I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it, and the land itself vomited out her inhabitants. For I am Yahweh that bringeth you up out of the land of Egypt to be your Elohim. Thou shalt therefore be holy, for I am holy. Chapter 16. Love thy neighbor. In length, in weight, and in measure, thou shalt do no unrighteousness in judgment. Just balances, just weights shall thou have. I am Yahweh thy Elohim, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. If you meet the ox of thine enemy, or his ass going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him. Again, thou shalt not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of they that are hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. If thee see the ass of him that hateth thee lying under his burden, and wouldst refrain from helping him, thou shalt surely help him. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thy hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteousness slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am Yahweh Elohim. Yeah, no tattletales or tongue waggers, huh? Thou shalt not treat lightly the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind, but shall fear me. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. In judgment thou shalt do no unrighteousness. Thou shalt do not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty, but in righteousness thou shalt watch over thy neighbor, and thou shalt take no gift, accepting no bribes, for the gift blindeth the wise and perverteth the words of the righteous. Thou shalt keep my statutes. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. Chapter 17. Love thy enemy. Thou shalt swear by my name, Yahweh, for I am thy Elohim, and this thou shalt do by the reckoning of Ra HaKadosh, and by nothing else, neither by the heavens, for the throne of El Elyon is there, nor by the host thereof, for they serve me, nor by the earth, for it is the place of the sole of my foot, nor by the inhabitants thereof, for they are mortal and vain, nor by thyself, for thou art of a day, and shalt cease, nor by any work of mankind, for it perisheth. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. Remember that I, Yahweh thy Elohim, spoke by the power and authority of mine own name, and this because there is none greater. And by the greater shalt thou swear, even by Elohim Shaddai, whose is the kingdom under the whole of the heavens. Thou shalt not swear by the name of any other Elohim. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. Thou shalt not profane my name, Yahweh thy Elohim, nor my presence, nor my breath by any oath, but such oaths only as my Torah required of thee and alloweth, thou shalt take upon thee, for all else is profane. Thou shalt not profane the name of El Elyon by any oath or vow of thine own. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. And thou shalt make thy oath before the rabbi and the judge and the ruler and the minister of the Torah, and before such as are set in authority, whensoever they require it. And there may be an oath also between those who enter into a covenant, and also between they that serveth and they that ordereth. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. Thou shalt perform all thine oaths, whether unto Ha Elohim or unto mankind. Thou shalt perform them. Thou shalt do according to every word that proceedeth out of thy mouth. Thou shalt not speak with thy lips when thy heart giveth not assent to do and to perform all the words of thy mouth. And if thou swear by an oath and do anything which is known to thee, and it be sin, it is not an oath of mine. Thou canst not profane the name of the holy to sanctify sin. I shall judge thee, and they that asketh it of thee, and thou shalt bear your sins together. I am Yahweh Elohim. And if thou swear by an oath to do a thing, and it be hid from thee, and thou know it not, and if thou swear by an oath to do a thing, and it be hid from thee, and thou know it not, and when it is known to thee, it is sin, thou shalt submit thyself unto the judgment of Ha Elohim, and shall do penance, and shall make restitution, as shall be put upon thee, offering up a sin offering, and this that all sin may be put away, and thy heart purified, and wickedness be put out of the land. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. And if thy wife swear by an oath to perform anything which thou mayest disallow, and thou hold thy peace at her the day that thou hearest it, her oath shall stand. And if thou wilt not that she perform it, thou shalt disallow it presently. For if thou delay and then disallow it, thou shalt answer for her oath, and shall bear her iniquity. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. And if thy daughter or thy son swear an oath to perform anything which thou mayest disallow, and thou hold thy peace to thy child, the day that thou hearest it, the oath shall stand. And if thou wilt not that the oath stand, thou shalt disallow it presently. For if thou delay and then disallow it, thou shalt answer for the oath, and shalt bear the iniquity of thy child. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. And if thy servants swear by an oath to do a thing which thou may disallow, and thou hold thy peace at them the day that thou hearest it, their oath shall stand. If thou wilt not let this oath stand, thou shalt disallow it presently. For if thou delay and then disallow it, thou shalt answer for the oath, and shalt bear the iniquity of thy servant. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. Thou shalt make no oaths. But if thou should vow a vow unto me, or swear an oath to bind thy soul with a bond, then thou shalt not break thy word. Thou shalt do according to all that proceedeth out of thy mouth. Thou shalt neither make any oaths with, nor shalt thou respect the oaths of the Mahan, but in righteousness shalt thou make the oaths and keep all thy oaths, that thou shalt keep my statutes. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. I just want to look up what Mahan is, the master of great secrets. Chapter 18, love thyself. That's cool. If thy brother or sister be waxen poor and have sold away some of their possessions, and if any of their kin come to redeem it, then thou shalt redeem that which thy brother sold. And if I think there's a word missing. And if they have none to redeem it, and shall be able to redeem it, then let them count the years of the sale thereof, and restore the surplus unto those to whom they sold it, that they may return unto their possession. But if they be not able to restore it, Then that which is sold shall remain in the hand of they which have bought it unto the year of Jubilee. And in the Jubilee that it shall go out, and they shall return unto their possession. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. And if a man selleth his dwelling in a walled city, then he may redeem it within a full year after it is sold. Within a full year may he redeem it. And if it be not redeemed within the space of a full year, then the house that is in the walled city shall be established forever to him that bought it throughout his generations. It shall not go out in the Jubilee. But the houses of the villages which have no walls round about them shall be counted as the fields of the country. They may be redeemable, and they shall go out in the Jubilee. But the field of the suburbs of their cities may not be sold, for it is their perpetual possession. And know this, that all the land belongeth to Yahweh for a possession. Thou mayest buy and sell, but know thee that it is mine, and I give it to all of Israel as an inheritance. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. And if thy brother or sister should wax poor and fall in decay with them, then thou shalt relieve them. Yea, though they be a stranger or a sojourner, that they may live with thee. Take thou no usury of them or increase, for fear thy Elohim, that thy brother or sister may live with thee. Thou shalt not give them thy money upon usury, or lend them thy food or provisions for increase. And if thy brother or sister that dwelleth by thee wax poor and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel them to serve as a bondservant, but as a hired servant, and as a sojourner. They shall be with thee, and shall serve thee unto the year of Jubilee. And then shall they depart from thee, both they and their children with them, and shall return unto their own family, and unto the possession of their fathers shall they return. For they are my servants, which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as bondservants. Thou shalt not rule over them with rigor, but shall fear thy Elohim. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. Both thy bondmen and thy bondsmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the nations that are round about you. Of them thou might buy bondmen and bondsmaids. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them thou might purchase, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, and they shall be as your brethren of Israel. Thou shalt not rule one over another with rigor. And if a sojourner or stranger wax rich by thee, and thy brother that dwelleth by him wax poor, and sell themselves unto the stranger or sojourner by thee, or to the stock of the stranger's family, after that they are sold, they may be redeemed again. One of their brethren may redeem them. Either their uncle or the son of their uncle may redeem them, or any that is nigh of kin unto the family, word is missing again. Either their uncle or their son of their uncle may redeem them, or any that is nigh of kin unto them of their family may redeem them, or if they be able, they may redeem themselves, and they shall reckon with them that bought them from the year that they were sold to them unto the year of Jubilee. And the price of their sale shall be according unto the number of years, according to the time of a hired servant shall it be with him. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. And if there be yet many years behind, according unto them, they shall give again the price of their redemption out of the money that they were bought for. And if there remain but few years unto the year of Jubilee, then they shall count with them, and according unto their years shall they give them again the price of their redemption. And as a yearly hired servant shall they be with them, and the other shall not rule with vigor over them in thy sight. And if they be redeemed not in these years, then they shall go out in the year of Jubilee, both they and their children with them. For unto me, my children Israel, are servants. They are my servants, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. Chapter 19, the Levites. Thou shalt take the Levites from among my children, Israel, and cleanse them. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. And thus shalt thou do unto the males among them to cleanse them, bathe them in water to purify them, and let them shave all their flesh, and let them wash their clothes, and so make themselves clean. And then let them take a young bullock with his meat offering, even with fine flour mingled with oil, and another young bullock shalt thou take for a sin offering. And thou shalt bring the sons of the Levites before the tabernacle of the congregation, and thou shalt gather the whole assembly of Israel together. And thou shalt bring the sons of the Levites before me, Yahweh, and the men of the elders of Israel shall put their hands upon the heads of the Levites. And Aaron shall offer the Levites before me for an offering of my Israel, that they may execute their service unto me. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. And the sons of the Levites shall lay their hands upon the heads of the bullocks, and thou shalt offer the one for a sin offering, and the other for an offering, and the other for an offering unto me to make an atonement for the Levites. And thou shalt set the sons of the Levites before Aaron and before his sons, and offer them for an offering unto me. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. And thus shalt thou do unto the females among them, to cleanse them, bathe them in water, to the purifying of them, and let them shave all their flesh, and let them wash their clothes, and so make themselves clean. Then let the sons of the Levites take a young bullock with her meat offering, even fine flour mingled with oil, and another young bullock shalt thou take for a sin offering. And thou shalt bring the daughters of the Levites before the tabernacle of the congregation, and thou shalt gather the whole assembly of Israel together. And thou shalt bring the daughters of the Levites before me, Yahweh, and the women of the elders of Israel shall put their hands upon the daughters of the Levites. And Miriam shall offer the daughters of the Levites before me for an offering of my Israel, that they may execute in my service. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. And the daughters of the Levites shall learn to read the night skies, and they shall learn the letters that they should know. You know, someone told me that it was the women's job to read the stars, and that's what this sounds like. And thou shalt set the daughters of the Levites for Miriam, and offer them for an offering unto me. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. Thus shalt thou separate the Levites from among Israel, and the Levites shall be mine. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. And after that shall the sons of the Levites go in to do the service of the tabernacle of the congregation, and thou shalt cleanse them and offer them for an offering. For they are wholly given unto me from among Israel, instead of such as open every womb, even instead of the firstborn of all Israel have I taken them unto me. For all the firstborn of Israel are mine, both human and beast. On the day that I smote every firstborn in the land of Egypt, I sanctified them for myself. And I have taken the Levites, the males and the females, for all the firstborn of Israel. I have given the sons of Levites as a gift to Aaron and to his sons from among Israel, to do the service of Israel in the tabernacle of the congregation, and to make an atonement for Israel, that there be no plagues among Israel when Israel come nigh unto the sanctuary. And I have given the daughters of the Levites as a gift to Miriam from among Israel to do the service of Israel in the tabernacle of the congregations and to read the skies and divine the letters. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. Chapter 20, a holy people. Thou shalt be holy unto thy Elohim, and not profane the name of thy Elohim. For the offerings unto me are made by fire, and the bread of thy Elohim doth thou offer. Therefore they shall be holy. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. And my priest shall not take a wife that is profane, or that followeth after foreign Elohim, neither shall they take a woman from away from her husband, for he is holy unto his Elohim. And my priestess shall not take a husband, one that committeth adultery with foreign gods, neither shall she take a husband away from his wife, for she is holy unto her Elohim. Thou shalt sanctify my priests and my priestesses, therefore, for he offereth the bread and wine of the whole of the Elohim, and she readeth the words, Ha Elohim hath written upon the skies, I am Yahweh thy Elohim. And the daughter of any priest or of priestess, if she profane herself with adultery to other Elohim, she profaneth her mother and her father. She shall repenteth with a burning fire in Teshuvah. These shall be holy unto thee, for I, Yahweh, which sanctify you, am holy. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. And he that is the high priest among his brethren, and she that is the high priestess among her sisters, upon whose head the anointing oil was poured, and that is consecrated to put on the garments, shall not rend their clothes, neither shall they defile themselves. Neither shall they go out of the sanctuary, nor profane the sanctuary of their Elohim, for the crown of the anointing oil of their Elohim is upon them. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. Neither shall they profane their seed among their people, for I, Yahweh, do sanctify them. For I, Yahweh thy Elohim, and they are they that come, that shall go in unto the veil, and come nigh unto the altar. Because of this, therefore see that they profane not my sanctuary. For I am Yahweh, do sanctify them. And it shall be that Israel shall bring pure olive oil, beaten for the light, to cause the lamps to burn continually. And the lamp shall be kept without the veil of the testimony in the tabernacle of the congregation. Shall the high priest order it from the evening until the morning before Yahweh continually. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. Chapter 21, the Torah of sacrifice. Thou shalt offer upon the altar of Yahweh, thy Elohim, and before my priests, sacrifices for thy offerings, for meat offerings and grain offerings, and for peace offerings, and for sin offerings. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. Thy offerings shall be of the firstling of the flocks, and of the choice of the fields, and of the chief of all holy things. Of thy flock thou shalt offer the firstling of male and female, without deformity or blemish, of such as divide the hoof and chew the cud, and of fowls shalt thou offer all singing birds. And these shall be holy unto me, Yahweh thy Elohim, and shall be offered upon the altar. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. And of the choice of thy fields, that which is good for food, without change or addition, and whatsoever is used for bread for mankind, that is holy unto me, Yahweh thy Elohim. And it shall be offered unto me as an offering, and lifted up to the priest, and it shall not be offered on the altar. And whatsoever other thing thou shalt offer, it shall be accompanied with one of these, and thus thy gift shall be sanctified. But if it be not accompanied with one of these, thou shalt redeem it at the valuation of the priest, and it and the price thereof shall be mine. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. And when thou shalt come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. And he shall wave the sheaf before me to be accepted of thee for thee. On the day after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. And thou shalt offer that day, when ye wave the sheaf, a he lamb with blemish of the first year of a burnt offering unto me. And the meat offering thereof shall be of fine flour, mingling with oil, an offering made by fire unto me for a sweet savor. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine for your drink offering and your libations. And thou shalt eat neither bread nor parched corn nor green ears until the selfsame day that thou have brought an offering unto thy Elohim. And this shall be a statute forever throughout all of our generations, in all your dwellings. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. And if thou offer a sacrifice of peace offering unto me, Yahweh thy Elohim, thou shalt offer it at thy own will. And it shall be eaten the same day thou offer it, and on the morrow. And if anything remain until the third day, it shall be burnt in the fire. And if it be eaten at all on the third day, it is an abomination, it shall not be accepted. Therefore, everyone that eateth it shall bear this iniquity, because they have profaned the hallowed thing of Yahweh, and that soul shall be cut off from among this people. I am Yahweh thy Elohim. And when thou shalt come into the land, and shall have planted all manner of trees for food, then ye shall count the fruit thereof as uncircumcised. For 3 years shall it be as uncircumcised unto you. It shall not be eaten. But in the 4th year all the fruit thereof shall be holy, to praise me with thy sacrifices. And in the 5th year shalt thou eat of the fruit thereof, that it may yield unto you the increase thereof. Therefore thou shalt observe all my statutes and all my customs, and do them until the Torah of sacrifice be fulfilled. I'm Yahweh thy Elohim. And when the Torah of sacrifice shall be fulfilled, thou shalt remember the Torah of sacrifice with the bread of knowledge to eat and the wine of wisdom to drink. Bread of knowledge and wine of wisdom. This that thou shalt gain understanding and shall not be confounded. Thou shalt not delay to offer the first of thy ripe fruits and of thy liquors, the firstborn of thy sons, shalt thou give unto me. Likewise, thou shalt do with thine oxen and with thy sheep. 7 days it shall be with his mother, and on the 8th day thou shalt give it to me. And thou shalt be a holy people unto me. Neither shalt thou eat any flesh that is torn of beasts in the field. Thou shalt cast it to the dogs. I am Yahweh thy Elohim, and these are the statutes and ordinances and the Torah which I, Yahweh, make between me and my children Israel in the mount of Ha Elohim by the hand of Moses and Zipporah. You know, looking back, reading these and thinking back in history, these are health things. The Lord is making rules not to make rules, but these are healthy things, you know. Don't eat meat, once it's 3 days old. Don't eat meat that's been killed out in the field. It's already nasty. Give it to the dogs, It's just health. It's not just health concerns, but it's health concerns. The Lord tends to give us stuff for our health and things we don't even understand. So that's cool. Chapter 22, the love of Yahweh. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt to be thy Elohim, before I send my angel before thee to keep thee in the way and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for Hashem is in him. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies and an adversary unto thy adversaries. For mine angel shall be before thee and bring thee in unto the Amorites and the Hittites, the Pezerites and the Canaanites and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, and I will cut them off. There shall nothing cast their young, nor be barren in thy land. The number of thy days I will fulfill. I will send my fear before thee. I will destroy all the people to whom thou shalt come, and I will make all thine enemies turn their backs unto thee. I will send hornets before thee, which shall drive out the Hivite, the Canaanite, and the Hittite from before thee. I will not drive them out from before thee in 1 year, lest the land become desolate, and the beasts of the field multiply against thee. But little and little I will drive them out from before thee until thou be increased and inherit the land. And I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea even unto the sea of the Philistines, and from the desert unto the river, for I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand, and thou shalt drive them out before thee, and thou shalt make no covenant with the Hivite, the Canaanite, the Hittite, nor with their Elohim. That they shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. For if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare unto thee, and thou shalt not seek, not after their own heart, nor their own eyes, after which ye use to go a whoring after the gods of the Amorites and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Canaanites and the Hivites and the Jebusites. Thou shalt wear tzitzits in the four corners of thy garments throughout all your generations, that thou shalt look upon it and remember all thy misfit, and be holy unto thy Elohim. I am Yahweh, thy Elohim. All right, we have finished the Fourth Sefer of Moses. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.